Friends, welcome back to the Autry Benton Show. If you've been around Conway any time at all, you cannot miss this smiling face. It's Ashley Smith, and everybody knows him. Everybody loves him. It's my treat to bring him to you today. Ashley, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me. It's awesome.
Man, this is great, man. There's all kind of different directions we could go today and talk about all things. Man, you're into everything.
Absolutely. You gotta when you're me, you got to be able to do a lot of things because you got to at some point you got to get it where it's good. So that's where I'm at now, trying to figure it out.
And everybody loves you in Conway. Everybody knows you, and man, it's all good, man. So I like to start here. Tell me about growing up.
Well, I grew up in Conway. Well, actually, I moved here to Conway when I was 12 years old. My dad, a football coach of 38 years, was head coach at Midland Valley High School, and my mom and dad got divorced, so I went with my dad. My sister went with my mom in Charleston. We came to Conway under Coach Jim Ringer. Then the next year, Coach Jordan came.
Okay.
So he was a blessing to my life and my dad's life. He was just an awesome guy. So grew up in Conway, graduated from Conway High School in 1988.
Did your dad coach with Coach Jordan?
Oh, yeah. He was the defensive coordinator.
See, I already learned something, man.
Yeah. So Dad and Coach Jordan were really close. Dad was older at that point, and Coach Jordan was only 27 years old. And I didn't realize that he was that young, being a head coach at a 4A school at that point and going through the trials and tribulations that he went to. And just his faith got him through a lot of that stuff. And he comes to the Sports and Fitness Center a lot, and we talk a lot more than we used to when I was a kid. He always calls me knucklehead. And it's still Coach Jordan to me.
Yeah.
So Dad coached here right after the boycott. He left.
Okay.
They had an incident at Conway High School, and I went off to North Greenville College. Which was a junior college then. It was the Mounties to play football. Didn't think that I had to go to class. I thought it was just football. So
how long did it take you to figure that out?
Well, about one semester.
One semester.
And when my first semester I had a 3.0, so my dad was really excited, but it was football practice and math.
Yeah.
Was the 4 hours that I had.
Right.
And made a B in football practice. And I started. So it's like, I must not be that good. So I kind of had to turn it around whenever your scholarship runs out, and my dad, thank goodness he did it, because he could have babied me and said, "Oh, here's keep going." At that point, I was on my payroll. So it took me a little longer to graduate. And I did graduate from Coastal Carolina University in 2000.
Okay.
So there's a big time gap there, 1988 to 2000.
Okay.
So, but I was working, and that's where I met my wife. So if I was a real good football player, a real good student, I wouldn't have found the love of my life.
Yeah. So remind me, so you came to Conway when you were how old?
12.
12. So like, man, what did you think? Did you know anything about Conway then?
I did not. And Midland Valley was a smaller school. We lived in Graniteville, which is right outside of Aiken. And when we got here, the first two people I met was Gilbert Johnson.
Okay.
And he was a 6'11" basketball player. I've never seen anybody that big in my life. And all these old football players, Michael Ballin, Laverne Reddick, you see them and you're like, oh my gosh, is this what I'm walking into?
Yeah.
So it's a real exciting time in football, because I was growing up.
Right.
It's my dad being the head coach, and now he's the assistant coach, had a little bit more time. And in that time, we bonded really well.
Yeah.
In that time of my life, and I needed that. Now, I got in trouble, and he took care of it.
Right.
Which is, that's what you want to have. You want to have that discipline in there.
So football's always been part of your life, and then early on, I mean, you got exposed to Conway Tiger football, which everybody knows you love to this day.
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. I got a break back in 2006. Mike Green, and people trying to call me the voice of the Tigers, and that is not the case. Mike Green is the voice of the Tigers. He did it for 50 years.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of holding on to his spot. But Mr. Mike asked me to come in there and do some games, and that was the first year that I did it. They played Greenwood in the state championship. And so we're doing games at Williams-Brice Stadium, and I was just in awe, because I'd never been to a situation like that. And then the good thing about Mike is that he had some health issues, and he's doing good now, but he turned it over to me and introduced me to the Conway fans, to where it wasn't like I was taking it. Because there's a lot of Mike Green fans. Yeah. And I learned that the year after. It's like, you don't want to take over after Bear Bryant. and I did that. And, you know Mike Green. I said, I know. I absolutely know.
Yeah.
So it took me a while, kind of like you doing this right here, to figure it out. And once, that first 5 or 6 episodes or first games,
I'm still figuring it out, man.
Yeah, but I've watched this. This is a really good show, And now I got Richie Causey, who we went to North Greenville, Chris Sansbury, who, like you, I always say there's nice people in the world.
Yeah.
But I count you, Chuck Jordan and Chris Sansbury as one of the nice guys that are really nice. Like I'm nice, but sometimes I'm fake nice. I'm not gonna lie. I
don't know, man. You're a good guy.
But I'm just saying, there's some people that are genuinely nice, and I count you three guys in that
you're very
list.
kind. You're very kind. That's good company to be in right there.
So we've had fun. It's been a process.
Well, let's get there. Let's back up a little bit. Back up a little bit. So, like graduating from Coastal, met your wife at Coastal. Tell me about meeting your wife.
Okay, well, we went to high school together. She was in the 9th grade and the 12th grade. I joke about, she had a big crush on me, and she was just following me around, and that's not true.
Yeah.
Kayla, again, we're not the same person, but you tolerate each other. And we've been married for 26 years. It's been, I say this wedding ring. People say they have championship rings, but this right here means more than anything. I've had this longer than anything I've had in my life, like anything that I've had.
Yeah.
But so, meet Kayla. We worked at a restaurant on the Grand Strand. She was actually dating another guy, and they kind of broke up, had problems. And so we became friends. And then at that point, we started hanging out more, and then we got married shortly thereafter.
Oh, wow. So how long you been married now?
26 years.
26 years. And y'all are great. Y'all both are very happy people. Y'all both enjoy life. Y'all are always smiling, and man, that's good to be around. So
best friends.
Yeah.
We argue like everybody else, but we really enjoy each other.
Yeah. So graduating school, college, you went to the rec department next, is that right?
Well, actually, I coached high school football at Sockasee High School.
Really?
Yeah, I was a wide receivers coach in a wishbone offense, which if you know anything about football, that's not a passing offense. So Coach Marty Williams, who coached with my dad at Conway, and I coached Steve Duggan, who was the head coach there. But we had a wide receiver named Alvin Green, who made the Shrine Bowl and played for Coastal. So
you got the ball to him somehow.
We had to find a way. He didn't throw it to him; they kind of pitched it to him. But it was. I grew up a lot there with Coach Williams.
Okay.
And then there was a job up in the city of Conway.
Yeah.
And it was a maintenance supervisor. And I said, I got to get a real job. So I went to Conway Parks and Recreation. And that's when Billy Gardner was his last year. He retired. Mr. Gardner, I grew up with him, with Sandra Smart and Ken Sen.
Oh, yeah.
And then Ken Sen took over as recreation director, and then I became programs director.
Yep.
Which at Conway at that point, we didn't have what we have now. It was just one building. Yeah. We did a couple of things program-wise, but then we grew our program system. So I was there for 12 years.
But still a very important part of Conway. Yeah. If you know anything about Conway, being a wreck, man. I mean, that's part of life.
And I saw them as rock stars.
Yeah.
I saw Ken Sen as a rock star. I mean, he's like my dad now. I still talk to him. Yeah. We have good times. Taught me a lot about the recreation business. Yeah. And then he retired, and Foster Hughes came, and he kind of taught me the business side of the recreation department. I always thought it was fun and there's a business side to that. And at that point, a couple of years I worked, and an opportunity came up at Conway Elementary School. So I was there for several years, and I mean, I loved it. I loved that.
Tell me about it. I mean, because you were, man, gosh knows, you were a rock star inside the school, man.
We had a good time, and the kids, we responded well. I like the younger kids. Your son was with me, and like on Fridays, I probably shouldn't say this, like he would teach class, and I would make sure there was Friday night football stuff. I would teach those kids how to do radio stuff if somebody came in. Multitasking. And Miss Davis was the greatest. She always says the greatest school on the planet, and it is.
She's their next guest up. So tell our listeners about Miss Davis. They want to think.
Well, funny story, because not everybody wanted to do the morning duty, so I signed up for it. Yeah. And we have a very special relationship. Even now, we talk and we help each other out. She was really good to me. So she let us play music one day. Mm-hmm. And we were playing, it was PYT by Michael Jackson.
Okay.
And I started kind of dancing. So even now, like a random Tuesday, I'll send the video, PYT, just to get her spot. Because I know it's a very stressful job. And she's been there for a long time. And she's just, she'll dress up for the kids. And some people may think that's the principal should be more principal, but those kids respond to her. Yes. And she's very disciplined. Mm-hmm. She'll have fun, but those kids, they know when it's time to get on it, it's time to get on it. And she was a pleasure to work for. Again, we have a relationship today, so have fun with her.
She's a fine individual. She's the best. She's the best.
I've been with very good bosses that have led me this way.
Yeah, that's good. So you were a teacher for how long?
I think it was about 7.5 years, and then I did something that was crazy.
Tell us about that.
So I ran for city council. Yeah, and everybody says, "Oh, let's run." You know a little bit about it. Let's run, but then you win. Yeah, and then it's like, whoa, what do I do? And I was in kind of the good years. Yeah, like it wasn't a lot of controversy. it may have been some Wild Wing issues, something like
Yeah.
that. But now it's with the growth and
Yeah.
Adam Emmerich and Mary Catherine Hyman and John Rogers. I mean, they have curated what you see now. The Halloween. Now a lot of that I didn't like to start with, but I'm getting to that.
Yeah.
Christmas, I love it. This he made a brand for our city, and people are coming in that are bypassing Myrtle Beach, and the businesses love it. So Adam and I don't want to forget Hillary Howard. Hillary and Adam.
Downtown a lot. Conway Downtown Alive.
Yes, they made this happen. Some people say, "Well, Ashley, you did this," and well, no, this is them, the administration. Because you can have an administration that doesn't want you to do stuff like that. Just wants you to do the football, basketball, baseball. But this, we're outside of a box, and we may make mistakes, but at the end of the day, we got a good thing going with the city of Conway.
Yeah. So like you're so popular, Ashley. I mean, like running had to be easy for you. I mean, easily elected, but like, what was your one takeaway from serving the community in that capacity?
There's a lot of different sides to the story.
A lot of different sides to the story. Yes.
And that's the thing that I had to realize. And Jean Timms, love her to death. She gave me some advice. When somebody calls, you need to call them back.
Okay.
Because a lot of times people just want to be heard.
Okay.
And I'll tell people, listen, I don't know that I can fix it, but I will bring it up and I will make sure that you're heard.
Yeah.
Some of the zoning stuff, it's out of my hands. I'm one of 7.
Right.
We couldn't really do anything, but you could, make friends with the other ones and you kind of play that game with it. But learning that, everybody, just when they're building some houses right over here, it may not affect me, and I don't care, but you're their neighbor and it affects you.
Yeah.
So you got to have compassion for people that believe stuff that you don't necessarily believe.
Yeah.
But the conversation, you got to have a conversation.
Yeah.
And that's what I took from that when I was on council. And then,
well, let's back out there. Did you enjoy it?
I loved it.
Did you?
I loved it. I got to meet some really good people. I worked with some good people. William Goldfinch.
Yeah.
I think a lot of him. Just the conversations I had with Mary Catherine when she was planner. Just Tom Anderson. I mean, Tom's a great guy.
Yeah.
Great guy. And now he wears a tie and all that. Well, city council, he didn't always do that.
Yeah.
And when he won at Horry County Council, I said, all right, you got to step your game up. He was the smartest guy in the room every time he was in the room.
Wow.
So it was.
You knew a lot of the history of Conway. You know how to do that, yeah.
And that's what you got to have. I know a lot of
Some
people
background.
run, and they think it's all fun and games, but it's not. There's budget retreats. They get brutal.
Yeah. Yeah. So how many years you served?
3.5.
3.5. I got you. So, so another opportunity come along. Tell us about that.
Well, they were looking for a Parks and Recreation director.
Okay.
And the mayor, Miss Barbara, was telling me, you need to do this. And I prayed about it, and I'm like, no, because it looks like it's somebody in the government getting a job to get paid a lot more money. And I didn't want that. I didn't want that. And they kept on me. I said, well, the city council says if it's 6-0, not count my vote. If they say yes, then I'll do it. And then I went to Lynn Smith, who was our HR, and I gave her my resume. I said, listen, here's my resume. If I'm in the top 3, I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll at least try it. And you be honest with me. And she was very honest. She said, you were number 2. The other guy wanted $290,000. So I'm like, well, I don't do that. I don't need money. I do this job for free.
Yeah.
Because it's a want to job.
Yeah.
You want to do it. I want to get up every morning. And there's something new every day. So it was interesting because David Williams, who's worked there forever.
Yeah.
Me and him had a really good conversation. And he should definitely be a director. He's definitely my right-hand man, and I want to say we're almost equal because he does a heck of a job.
He's phenomenal.
Phenomenal. He didn't get a lot of credit. And every time I get a chance to do something like this, I want to bring his name up because he does a phenomenal job. And
I want to echo that. Dave, he's an amazing man.
Yeah. Yeah. And he can say stuff that I can't say, so I like it.
And David will make you walk the line, too.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I love it. That's why people like me, they don't like David.
That's great. So got the job.
Got the job.
Conway Parks and Recreation. Well, I want to brag on you at this point. I'm just telling you, the department is doing so good, Ashley. I mean, it has grown. Conway's growing. But, I mean, to go out there to any of your facilities, I mean, they're first class. I mean, I was driving by the other day, like, you got a whole new, like, kids park in the back there, like stuff. Did you just finish that up? Or
yes, and well, we're about to finish. It was donated.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Well, we were actually, Adam Emmerich made this happen. We were somewhere, and the owner of Hoppin' Witch in that organization, the whole Sneaky Beagle or whatever,
right?
They were building a new facility, and they were going to put that playground there, but they didn't measure it right.
Right.
So it didn't fit. And they just asked, do we want it?
Yeah.
Well, it's a $250,000 piece of equipment. And
Right.
you can see it from 501.
It's huge.
It's like Disneyland.
Yeah.
So I told Adam, where Adam asked me, I said, heck yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah.
And so we put it together, and it should be ready in the next, should be ready this week, I should say. So I'm excited about that one. We're going to tie everything in because we have a miniature Savannah's playground. It was based off the Myrtle Beach. Now, of course, it's not as big.
Right.
It's an inclusive playground for everybody. And that was a big thing when I was on council. I wanted to get that done, and we got it accomplished. But right now, with our, like I say, our facilities, it's a team, and I always say it's a team effort. BJ Tompkins, our superintendent, they have a lot of pride, and they're from Conway, and they played. Brian Floro played at Conway, so he wants the fields to look like he wants them to look. Yeah. That's what you got to have.
But when you came on as a director, I mean, this is not anything negative about other people, but there was just a noticeable difference to me. And just like, man, we really stepped our game up. And that's all due to you, man.
I do appreciate that. But what it was like is that I came to the head coach of the Cleveland Browns, not the New England Patriots. So it was like I did a little bit UC.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying nothing bad about anybody else that was there, but you know, I have pride in that facility, in all of our parks and all of our fields. And I remember, you know, when I played. We play on 12th Avenue with a green wall. And we're trying to put something together where we make one of our fields a green wall to kind of do a replica stadium of that. So we want to do some cool things, but we'll see where the money comes from.
You know, and besides, you know, I know you got the fitness center and the big complex, but like, you know, I live out, you know, North Conway, Sherwood, like there's a park there that you're responsible for. There's a disc golf out there, you know, beautiful weather. I was, you know, running yesterday. I mean, people are using it in Conway. I mean, people are using your facilities, and that's wonderful, man.
Yeah, and I never would have thought that with disc golf and pickleball were the two.
Pickleball.
I was wrong. I was wrong on those two.
Tell our listeners about pickleball at Collins Park, man.
We partnered with Conway Medical Center. They gave us $270,000 over 10 years for that facility and to sponsor a lot of our events, which is huge because, you know, I'm not very good at going out to raise. I mean, I can, but I don't like to asking people for money, and it's part of the job. But when you get Conway Medical, and now we're going to get HTC, and we get these big corporations involved in what we do, then we can build stuff. But, you know, Sherwood 1 and 2, we have the disc golf, which is huge. We have the boneyard at Smith Jones.
And they love that course out there, don't they?
They love it. It's a nationally recognized course, which is kind of cool. But pickleball, we have it at our gym, and we have 70 participants today where they're playing. So the problem is now, because some of them are older, but now the younger crowd is coming, and they're kind of banging heads together. They want more time, and, you know, it's a basketball court, first and foremost. But I don't want to kick kids out. So I want the kids in the neighborhood, because we dropped the prices. It was $10 a day. Now it's $2 a day for youth and $5 a month. Which now the kids in our neighborhood where we're at can come in and play basketball or play pickleball. And we're getting kids to play pickleball, which is kind of cool. So we got a lot of stuff going on. Our aquatic center is huge, and we're looking to get a new scoreboard. We're hosting meets, Conway High School, Carolina Forest, and Ainer, or actually using our facility. And that helps a little bit because they pay money to use it.
And going back to pickleball, I know there's a lot of growth everywhere, but like Collins Park, man, I can come by like on a Monday or Tuesday morning at like 8:30. I mean, there's people standing everywhere out there, you know, playing pickleball. I mean, that's in Conway. It's wildly popular.
And they come from Georgetown, from Carolina Forest, fighting the traffic.
And that's a fine facility you got out there.
And
man.
we're talking about maybe put some more out there. We got to find the space, because I still want it to have its park feel. Not just a complex. If we do that, we can put it on our facility. But you got tennis courts out there, and the tennis is kind of dying. But you got Avery Combs coming up.
Oh, yes, we do.
And she's going to bring it back.
Yes, we do. Talk to me about numbers. I mean, you've had tremendous growth in your sports recreation. You know, tell me about that, just the numbers and kind of what you're doing.
The first year I got there, 2019, we had 790 people in our spring sports. And this year, David gave me the numbers right when I was waiting, 1,600.
That's crazy.
And that's good, but it's part of it. It's not what we're doing, a little bit, but the population is growing. And with that, our city council seeing that we need more space, more fields. We did a master plan last year, and for budget, everything I put per master plan. That's the good part about the master plan. Next day, you can stop doing that. I'm like, what?
You ain't dumb, are you?
No, just per master plan. I'm not saying that's what the master. That's what people said. So so we're trying to get our facilities up to date, and we're almost there. You know, for our, we used to compare ourselves to like a Camden, same size. We can't compare with North Myrtle, we can't compare with Myrtle because we have a small little piece of water. We don't have the big ocean.
Yeah.
So a lot of people like to go down there, and they have the turf fields, and it's nice, and I get it, but that's $30 million, and you could spend $30 million on recreation, but there's other things in the city that needs to be done besides that, and we can make it work with real grass fields and stuff.
I think we do a good job in Conway. We're both from Conway. We love Conway. I mean, there's a lot of good things happening in Conway right now, man. It's a good place to be living right now, isn't it?
It's just you wake up in the morning and you're like, okay, this is cool. So I have to take a different route because I can go 905, but I like to go downtown.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's more traffic.
Yeah.
But just to sit there in traffic and people complain about the traffic and go back to Tom Anderson, we're meandering.
Yeah.
Through there. You're in traffic for maybe 4 to 5 minutes. It may seem like 30.
Yeah.
But you see all the cool stuff. The theater. I mean, good grief. That is a landmark in Conway.
Oh, yeah.
When I was coming up, it was actually a theater, but now you can see a play. We're not in New York, but we got restaurants. We got the Riverwalk, which is expanded down to 905. We're going to probably have some more stuff coming up, restaurants, kind of make it look like Georgetown. That's the best way I can compare it, and boat slips. And, to be a boater now is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
You got taken over, Tommy Guido, who took over the lease at the marina. So with that, he's from North Myrtle Beach doing up there, and is bringing some of that stuff to us. So it's cool.
And too, I know that Conway just got some more water property downtown, around the courthouse. There's some big plans coming from that, hopefully, to expand what's going on down there. It's going to be exciting.
That's very exciting. If it comes into fruition with a marina down there and that area, it's a game changer for Conway. And it's several years down the road, but Adam Emmerich and them, they got the plant set.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ready.
Yeah, and you mentioned Adam a lot. Adam has had a vision. He's a good leader. I'd say the best quality about him, and you tell me if I'm wrong, is the quality, like yourself, of talent that wants to come work for him. It's impressive.
Yeah, he's easy to work for. He's a guy that can, make things happen. He'll let you make a mistake.
Yeah.
I've made several. He doesn't.
Not you, Ashley.
He didn't browbeat you or whatever. Don't do it again. He'll just say, we need to maybe try this.
Yeah.
So, and it's very similar to working at Conway Elementary with Miss Davis. I mean, you got to try different things, and it's just I've been blessed. I've been really blessed with very good bosses.
That's good. All right, now tell me about. We talked about your wife. Tell me about your kids, man.
Okay, I have two children. Well, they're children still. Mary is graduating from University of South Carolina in May and going to pharmacy school at MUSC.
Congratulations.
So real excited about her going there, and she's real excited. So it's 4 more years of hard work.
Yep.
We went and looked at apartments, actually met up with your daughter to kind of help us out. They're very expensive. They think a lot of their apartments in Charleston.
Yeah.
So we're fighting through that, and I thought I was going to be able to retire, but now maybe not.
The kids always come back for more, man. It's never going to end.
Well, I got them to sign some papers. So
yeah,
my son Will owes me $1.2 million. So hopefully I get that back. But he graduated from Coastal Carolina 3 years ago, and will be getting his master's degree from University of Miami.
Congratulations.
So he'll get that in May. So excited about that. He did play baseball.
Yep.
So he had a good run. Last year in Miami was fun. It was fun for us. I don't like to fly, so I'm on those airplanes, kind of holding on for your life, and you do a lot for your kids. I'll just say that.
Yeah, that's great, man. So you are the voice of the Conway Tigers now, man.
Well,
so we touched on it, Mike Green. But listen, we know Mike Green, that iconic voice, but some people don't know Mike Green. They know Ashley Smith already, and it is important. And football's big in Conway. It's big in the South, big in Conway. So tell us the best thing about doing that job.
Well, you get the best seat of the house every Friday night. You get to meet a lot of coaches, a lot of people on the grandstand. You get to hang out with your friends. I have 3 guys. I failed to mention Coach Steve Hall. I mean, he used to coach at Conway, so he's actually the only one in the booth that knows what's going on. He's a John Madden, so we'll have meetings on Thursday, and I'll just say, just tell me what I need to say, because I don't know what A gap, B gap, and all that is, but it's fun. I always say I'm a voice for the Tigers. Mike Green is the voice. He taught me so much. I learned from him and Alan Smothers, the bad boy.
The bad boy.
Yeah, and he's not bad. And the thing is that I'll tell everybody, he's a teddy bear. He talks big on the radio because nobody's seen him, but in real life, he's a super nice guy.
He's a nice guy.
Nice guy. So with that, every Friday night, and it was tough. Some like when Will played, it was a point that he was a kicker.
Yeah.
So every time he missed a kick, he was Will Causey. So he was 1 for 9. Will Causey was 1 for 9, and Will Smith was 20 for 20. And people started asking, well, who's this Will Causey? I said, that's Kale's kid. I don't know who that is, but Will Smith 22.
I remember that's so core memory unlocked. That's so funny.
So yeah, it's fun, and you get more opportunities. Like I got to do the beach ball classic. I got to work for WPDE and be a sideline reporter.
Yeah.
And there's just fun stuff that I never would have been able to experience.
Yeah, but actually, I'll say this: you're very honest in the booth, though. You know,
Yeah,
I mean, at times, you know, I mean, you really are. I mean, I was like, sometimes last year, I was like, woo, woo, you know.
Yeah,
I was like, you think we have to escort him out of here?
And it was not funny, but people whenever
I don't mean it. I mean, you know,
but when Josh Pierce, who's my nephew, got the job, and people were like, "Yeah, I guess he's going to make him look good." I'm like, well,
no, you held me toe the line.
I love Carlton Cherry, and I said some things which I confronted them and told them, "Hey, this is what it is." But I want to be a winner.
Yeah.
And I like to win. And it's tough doing that when you're losing because you got to say nice things. And, but sometimes the real comes out.
Yeah.
And, and anytime I say something bad, like I feel bad about it, I'll go to that player or that coach and say, listen, this is what I said. I apologize. And I apologize on air.
Yeah.
Because, those guys are doing the best they can. They're 17-year-old kids.
Yeah.
And I'm just some overweight 55-year-old talking about it. So who am I to be able to do that?
Yeah.
They're not pros. So, it's kind of a double-edged sword. It's a fine line because I want to have some credibility. But at the end of the day, you got to understand they're from Conway and they didn't mean to drop the ball.
Yeah, that's right. So tell us, we got a new coach. I mean, tell us about this next season. Your thoughts?
Jody Ginrette, he's got them working. Coach Pierce left them with a cupboard, a good man. Josh is awesome.
Great man. He's a great. Wonderful man.
Yes. So he left them with a good starting point.
Yes.
Coach Ginrette is going to probably take it to the next level. He's a guy that's coached with Coach Jordan in the heyday when they were really good, when they went to state championships. Went on to Aner High School, won at Aner. Went to West Florence and won at West Florence. And I'm not degrading Aner, but you go to Aner, you win. You beat Dillon. You go to West Florence and you go to the state championship. I mean, you've done something. So Coach Ginrette is an offensive line guy, and usually those guys are like the toughest ones. But
big in the weight room.
Yeah, you need to get him on the show. He's a really good guy, really good talker. Him and Mickey Wilson, if you've ever seen the CMB Classic press conference, they kind of needle each other.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I was excited last year and the year before, but I'm really excited this year. I think that Coach Ginrette is going to do some good things. He's got a junior heavyweight coming back, DeJuan Granger, and Peyton Derrick coming back. So you get those guys, and then the middle school team with Keith Autry, you get those guys coming together, and it takes 3 or 4 years to get it where you want it, but it's exciting time when you get it.
I really do believe we got a talented class coming through right now. There's some good things coming for Conway.
And I always say if Conway Middle is good in football, then in a couple of years Conway High School is good. Because Whittemore Park's always good.
Yeah, that's right.
If Conway Middle is good or competitive, and they were this year, then you're going to have a good, in about two years, watch out.
It's good. Last question. Tell me about the region. It changed again this year.
Yeah, so South Florence is our region. I think it's South Florence, West Florence, I know Socastee,
St. James.
I think, St. James, Carolina Forest. Carolina Forest and Socastee stayed up.
That's right. That's right.
So I think it's the three that I know. I know it's Conway, St. James, West Florence.
South Florence, maybe?
South, and then one more. But,
Wilson, maybe? I can't remember.
We don't worry about the region. We're about state.
Yeah. There you go. That's right, brother. Hey, thanks for coming on. Thank you for all you do for Conway.
I appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
Hey, a lot of good things going on in Conway, and especially if you don't have your kids involved in recreation sports, it's a good way to just enjoy it and do good things in Conway. Hey, get involved in your community. That's how we make our country better, is get involved locally. I encourage you to do that. Join us next time, friends.